what is the government's view on ongoing cashless transformation that's going on as far as different platforms like M-PAiSA is concerned, and how are we using that as far as remittances are concerned? And recently, all the back-to-school payments were done through the mobile cash platforms. How effective has it been?
Yeah, I think, thank you, Vijay, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to come and talk about a very topical subject, and I'm sure it's a topic of concern to both government and the telcos. But, in terms of going cashless, I think, Vodafone and also to some extent Digicel need to be congratulated for introducing the M-PAiSA and MyCash platforms, because they've certainly transformed how we transact in Fiji. It's, for example, made transfer funds a lot easier, and also allowed small business to actually flourish, because you have a very easy way of conducting business. And that's been one of the major benefits. Me being a politician, certainly during the campaign time, it was very easy to send money to a party agent or party coordinator somewhere if we needed to get things going. So it was very convenient, and the beauty about the platform now is you can also accept funds from offshore directly into your accounts. So, for example, for those who are on the seasonal worker scheme, they can send funds from, say, Armadale or wherever they're staying in Australia, straight into their parents' account or straight into their wife's account. So it's an amazing way of unlocking transactions. Before, you had to go to a bank, stand in a queue, and then get money after 1 or 2 hours sometimes. And here you are, sitting, and you just receive the money straight away. So from that perspective, it's been, in my view, quite a transformational thing for the country. The back to school, the ability to send money on a platform immediately. Just imagine what would have had to have happened if everybody had to go to banks and get the money. It would be chaotic. And so, from that perspective, I think it's been quite beneficial. Yeah.
So, Lendra, from Vodafone's perspective, you've got a lot of users and record transactions done last year. What are some of the figures we're looking at as far as remittances coming through M-PAiSA and all these payments that you're now making as far as government payments to the people is concerned?
Thank you, Vijay, and good evening, Acting Prime Minister and listeners on fijivillage. One of the first things that I wanted to say is M-PAiSA is actually my baby. I have been with M-PAiSA from its inception in 2010 when it was launched. And I have seen it take the baby steps and where it is today. But in terms of going cashless, I think that's the future. If I'm not wrong, Fiji is also a signatory to the Better Than Cash Alliance of the Alliance for Financial Inclusion. So the government is committed to going the cashless journey. And I think also there is a requirement from institutions like the World Bank to go on this path, because the whole world is moving to cashless. But one of the things that I wanted to highlight, when we launched M-PAiSA in 2010, around 45 to 50% of Fiji's population was financially excluded. And when you have people financially excluded, they cannot be part of the mainstream economy. Just some stats, 52% of the users, M-PAiSA users, are female. So it has been great for women empowerment. I mean, the acting PM talked about small businesses, micro entrepreneurs being able to, sell their little products or produce and receive money instantly. So from that perspective, if I look at some of the statistics for last year, we processed $6.95 billion worth of transactions through M-PAiSA. And around $1.6 billion of that was just domestic transfers from people to people. So, and last month we brought in $52.6 million in inward remittances. So if you look at it over a 12-month period, that's close to about $450 to $480 million. That contributes to about 42% of the total personal remittances that comes into the country. And then, of course, there's bill payments. I mean, rural customers being able to buy cash power tokens directly from their mobile phone rather than coming to main centers. So the benefits are immense. But one of the, and if you look at it from the traditional cash fiat money point of view, money has transformed, over the years from, feathers, coins, shells, whatever. And the last money that is in circulation is obviously notes and coins. But the newer form of money is electronic money. And with the advent of technology and digital transformation, of course, electronic money is the new thing, and it is going to take stranglehold around the world. Because it is much easier to send and receive money, to transact. And the benefits of these are there is greater transparency and accountability. I mean, tomorrow if somebody asks government, you spend $42.8 million on back to school sale, they can account to every cent because there is a digital trail of every transaction. So from that perspective, I think it's a great benefit to the economy. And if you look at $66.7 or $95 billion worth of transaction through M-PAiSA, Mr. Kamikamica would agree that one of the main triggers of economic activity is how quickly can money circulate in the economy, because there's multiplier effect of money. If you have just cash-based transaction and if cash is not available, the transactions don't happen. With M-PAiSA being able to move money seamlessly around in the economy, the multiplier effect of this is huge, and we can see. And part of the reason why Fiji has actually improved so significantly post-COVID was because the money has kept on circulating in the economy, facilitated through platforms like M-PAiSA.